tribe, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today I am doing something completely different, something that I have never done on this channel, but Pam thinks it's a good idea. Do you still think it's a good idea, Pam?
It's an amazing idea.
Okay, so Pam suggested that I do a get to know me video. So she has 11 questions for me here that I will be answering today. Most of them are actually just light-hearted, so don't think that it's like a deep video, okay? So let's just have some fun today. The first question is, what kind of music do you like? Rubbish. I like rubbish. I love listening to rubbish music, okay? Hear me out. I am serious half the time with finance, with all sorts of things, with work, with trying to meet my goals and all of that. So I listen to rubbish. When my son is around, I'm a good mom. I listen to, calm music. But as soon as he leaves, I will listen to trap music. I will listen to amapiano. But actually, sometimes after December, like after I've listened to all of that rubbish, I need like a bit of a cleanse. Like I just need to cleanse away all that rubbish. Then I'll listen to calm music. I like a bit of R&B. I like a bit of rock. I like a bit of country. So I basically listen to pretty much anything and everything. There was a time when I was listening to a lot of music from Brazil because I had watched some show and I absolutely fell in love with the music. So that too. So I love music. As long as it feels good, I listen to it, even if I don't understand the words. I like also some Congolese music as well. I've enjoyed. My dad has a couple of CDs. So I love music, but most of the time I listen to complete rubbish. Then the second question is, what was your first job and last job? So I still have a job, by the way, Pam. This is a job still. But my first one, I was an accountant. Woo! Guys, doing ledgers. The most boring thing under the sun. So that was my first job, but I actually appreciate that job. I learned a lot. Then my last job, I used to work at a company. We used to do a lot of stuff around benefits, around financial planning. So that's where I learned most of the stuff that I even know today. And yes, this is a job too, okay? We work hard here with Pam. Then the third one is, would you go back to a corporate job? No. If yes, why? If no, why? Pam, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. For me, I always knew that I wouldn't work in corporate forever. I knew for sure, but I'm also very thankful for the skills that I learned while I was there. There are so many things that I know even now some personal finance experts talk about, but it's in theory. In practice, sometimes things are very different. So I really appreciated my time in corporate and all that I learned there, the practical stuff. Then number 4, best worst advice you've ever gotten. Best advice, I would say it's a combination. It's not from one person, but definitely I think from my dad, from my siblings, from people who really love me. I have a very close-knit family and we support each other immensely, like crazy. If I wanted to do a new venture, I know they would support it 110%. So for me, I think I would kind of put it in the words that always try new things. For me, I think if I have food on the table and a roof over my head, I'm not afraid to take any risks. I will try anything and see if it works. If it doesn't, well. And also, I would say another best advice, not advice that I got, but something that I experienced throughout working in corporate: do not be afraid of rejection. If someone says no, literally that's it. It's a no. Sometimes I do challenges by myself. And I do the no challenge. So I knock on as many doors as possible. The many I get, I'm like, okay, I've done something with my life. So don't be afraid of no. Then the worst, Pam, the worst advice, it's not one, but as soon as anyone, and I don't care who you are, your family, friend, foe, I don't care who you are. As soon as you start with a woman must, you have lost me. I don't even want to continue the conversation. I don't want to hear it. I am not about it. Okay? So, cook for a man. Somebody's gonna... Ma'am. Okay, let's not be too deep about that one because I can go in. I'm a feminist. So don't come at me with a woman must. Like, you will completely lose me. And I don't care who you are. You are family, the in-laws. I do not, just do not come at me with that. Before my blood boils, let's move on to the next one. What's the worst date you've ever had? This guy took me to a Chisanyam. I know some of you are going to be like, why am I saying it? Guys, I don't roll like that. Especially for a first date. He took me to a Chisanyam, and then I knew that after that I'll never see this person. So that was my worst one. Oh, no. Then, what's your worst habit? What is my worst habit, Pam?
Cleaning.
I do have a little bit, just a tiny bit of an OCD for liking things to be in order and cleanliness. Wash your hands, guys. Just sanitize. Make sure that you're clean. Make sure that your surroundings are clean. Like, I completely cannot function in a space where it's a mess. I cannot. There's something that happens in my brain that just sends me into overdrive. So wherever I am, there has to be order in life.
Crazy.
Sometimes, if we've done quite a lot on the day and things are a bit all over the place, she knows I'll be like, okay, just give me 30 minutes. Let me just organize the space again. So yeah, that's I don't think it's a worst habit. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. What's your favorite drink? Do you mean water, Pam? Okay, not water. All right, I'm loving some MCC, some Champopo. I really enjoy it, and one of my favorite ones is Steenbeck. Guys, Steenbeck, please pay the girls some coins, because I'm always talking about Steenbeck. It's actually a very good quality MCC. I think it literally is right above there with the YOLO shampoo that people are used to, but it's way cheaper than that, because I'm a girl about hair coins, and I'm not about to spend ridiculous amounts of money on alcohol. Like, that is one thing I do not do. Let me tell you a story. We went to, a friend of mine was here a couple of years, I think 2 or 3 years ago, just before COVID, and we went to some other place. It's a popular place. And we get there, and I heard just to sit down, you have to buy a bottle. And I was like, how much is this bottle? I'm like, but we're having this thing much earlier. We bought it for $400. So I don't waste money on stupid things. Yeah, so Champopo, then followed by wine. I love wine. I love red wine. I love a good Cab Sav. I love a good Pinotage. I love a good... Yeah, those are my 2 favorite ones. Then number 9, we're moving quite swiftly through this. Yeah, okay. Number 9, if you suddenly became invincible, what would you do for a day? I wouldn't waste it on silly things. Look, I would go to the New York Stock Exchange. I'll go to the JSE and see what are people trading on and what's making them money, and do the same positions and make tons of money. Just that piece of knowledge would be invaluable. Literally can become a millionaire, multi-millionaire, even a billionaire by just getting that information right. That's what I would do. I wouldn't waste it on spying on people. Hey, let people live their lives. Then number 10, which is the second last question, by the way, do you have a bucket list? If so, what is the one thing on that list? Sure, my bucket list. What is the one thing on my bucket list, Pam? I have so many things, right? But I would say one thing on my bucket list, like the fun stuff. You're talking about the fun stuff before I get serious, because I can get serious very quickly. Okay, the fun stuff. I want to go skydiving. Actually, I'm saying this that before the end of June, me and Pam, we're gonna go skydiving. No. Yes. And we're gonna record it. We'll put it on YouTube here. So that's one of the things on my bucket list, and that's one of the things I've promised myself, that if it's on your bucket list, you must take it off. It must not remain on the bucket list until you're 50. So we're going skydiving, Pam. Then the last question: what is your favorite holiday destination and why? Oh my gosh. One of my most favorite places I've been to. Okay, I'll speak of the number 1, Franschhoek. I think most people who know me and have been on my social media, they know, like, for me, it's like a little piece of heaven in South Africa. Okay, I love Franschhoek. I'm gonna buy a property there before I turn 40. It's beautiful. Okay, the lifestyle is quiet, easygoing. There's lots of wine, and yeah, that's my type of lifestyle. Then the other place is Thailand, but specifically a place called Koh Samui. Not a lot of people have been here. It's this quiet, sleepy little town by the ocean. I have never ever relaxed so much in my entire life on holiday. Literally wake up and the beach is right here. You get massages by the beach. I even remember passing out getting a massage by the beach. And of course there's cocktails, there's wine, everything just flowing. But the amount of peace, and it's not a busy town, it's quiet, it's serene, but it's beautiful. So for me, Koh Samui and Franschhoek. Bam! Those are all the questions. I hope you've enjoyed this edition, which is very different from what I do. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to tell your friend and tell them to tell their friends so that we grow this community. See you soon.